people, give the people what they want. Welcome to another edition of Power to the People. Welcome to our radio audience in Atlanta. I know. That came out of nowhere. I looked down at my shoes, just finished a funeral, and I have mud homegoing. I have mud on my shoe. Oh, my goodness.
Jesus. Oh, we got to clean those. You already
I got
know.
a whole full day today. Had a homegoing, then hustled over here, radio show, then to one of the best cancer institutes this side of Glory, Roswell Park, where the candidate for lieutenant governor will be there, the Democratic candidate for lieutenant governor. I'm hosting her and a bunch of folks in an hour or so. So I'm tired, but I got to get this mud off because I'm not going to go over there.
No, sure.
Going with all of this mud. So much to talk about.
So much.
I mean, I'm probably going to forget some of it, but let's start out. Do I want to start out in Atlanta? Yeah, let's start out in Atlanta and talk about, now you brought it up last week. We just had a long show last week, a busy show. And this whole Magic City thing. Now, for those of you in Buffalo who may have never been to Atlanta, if you've been to Atlanta, most people have heard of Magic City because it is a gentleman's club. Well, no longer gentlemen, but y'all know what I mean.
Right.
For the listening audience, it is a gentleman's club in Atlanta, Georgia. And the basketball team there, the
Atlanta Hawks.
NBA basketball team there, was going to have an event at Magic City. It wasn't at Magic City. It was going to be so the piece to it was the Atlanta Hawks. You know it well.
Yeah, I do because people have been talking about it for a few weeks. So the Atlanta Hawks were playing the Orlando Magic on March 16th. So they felt let's honor the culture of Atlanta and kind of have Magic City as the host sponsor. But it was going to be a whole night really celebrating Atlanta's hip hop culture. So it was going to be, I mean, and the adult entertainment was never planned to be there. So let's just start there. The adult entertainment was never there.
Okay.
But they were going to talk about Magic City. It was going to be their famous lemon pepper wings were supposed to be in all the concession stands. So it was supposed to be full of food, the music, the food. T.I. was supposed to be the halftime performance. DJ,
who still is, I'm here.
Okay, so DJ Esco was supposed to DJ the whole game, and DC Youngfly, who's from Atlanta, was also supposed to host his podcast there. So it was supposed to be a whole event around celebrating the hip hop culture in Atlanta.
Okay. I don't give a hoot what it was. At the end of the day, do you think that the NBA was correct because the NBA came in and said, no, you're not going to have a club that children can't go in to promote a family-friendly event?
I'm split because I know, I guess, how much it means in the culture of Atlanta. And honestly, to me, no one outside of Atlanta had an issue with it, really, that I've seen on, You
said nobody outside of Atlanta?
I mean, no one in Atlanta had a problem with it. Everyone that I've seen had strong opinions was outside of Atlanta. Again, outside of the true culture. From what I've seen on podcast platforms and kind of people's opinions on social media. Not saying that those who are against it in Atlanta, that they weren't there. But I think should it have probably been gone through some channels and cleaned up to verify? Yes. I mean, the Board of Governors of the NBA were the reason why it got canceled, because I think the Hawks are still going to go through with it because it's supposed to be, I think, on the 16th, so Monday. So I'm both ways. I'm 50-50 on it.
So this is let me say this. People make choices as adults.
Yes.
To go to adult venues. But it would be the same way for me if the Atlanta Hawks decided to have anything at a family event that children would be a part of and would question, what is this? It would be the same to me as adults can, I don't know, they can participate in cannabis if they want to in New York State.
Mm-hmm.
But would I want to see the Buffalo Bills sponsor a night around cannabis or alcohol or anything else, or cigarettes?
But that's the thing. Those are some of your biggest sponsors. Like your biggest sponsors are your alcohol, and so that is that's some of your, you know. I mean, and I know, and so, but that is some of the pushback on it. That some of your adult activities are still some of your biggest sponsors.
And I still disagree.
Right.
I disagree with that. At the end of the day, there are certain things that I think that our children don't need to be exposed to. And let's just be honest. This is not something a child may see somebody drinking a beer, all right, in their household. I don't think that they see people dancing on poles, unless it's, yeah. And so I think the NBA was correct in saying, nah, not this one. Not yet. Not now. And I think for me, when you talk about it being connected to our culture,
mm-hmm.
Why is that our culture? Why does that attach to our culture?
Because I do think it became where the rappers went. It became where all of the professional athletes in Atlanta went. And even when the out of town teams came, like everyone knew, like, hey man, we going over to Magic City tonight. And you know, we had a very popular black adult entertainment club in Philly. Everybody knew. Like,
mm-hmm.
I don't know what the sensationalization behind it is, but I mean, of course we can theorize, but it is, and I think that, you know, the way I posed it last week, and if we had a chance to talk about it, is where do we draw the line on celebrating our culture publicly? Because in some circles, like I said, it's like, why not? Like, we know it's there. Like we're hiding the fact that it's like, and even still, I think down there, you probably have a demographic of young men and women that are like waiting for them turn of age so that can be their.
And that's for adults. I'm just not sure. Here's my biggest problem with it. Like you said, people advertise all the time, right? Things
mm-hmm.
that children don't use. However, why is it attached to our culture? And I think because if an Italian owns a gentleman's club,
which they do, most of them,
they don't say it's their culture.
Mm-mm.
If somebody Irish owns that place, they don't say that's a part of their culture. I just think that we have too many other things that we should be highlighting in our culture than a place that, if you look at the documentaries, and I'm just going from the stuff I see,
right,
that this isn't a place that, you know, it's got a workers' union.
Right.
Come on. And to even suggest that is and I'm not saying they said this, but the epitome of our culture, I disagree with. I just think that there are so many other things in our culture, and I hope that they still do it. I mean, rap is a part of our culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rap came out of us. So, okay, the T.I. point, the music point, the lemon pepper wings, because we know in Atlanta, if you get some chicken wings, it's going to be lemon pepper. I'm not a fan, but, hey, it's a part of the culture.
Absolutely.
But to suggest that a club that is a part of the culture, that's like saying, no, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. But I was just reading up on it, and I was there during some of the discussion of this, and there were people in Atlanta, and I know you weren't saying everybody, but there are people in Atlanta who was like, come on now, there are people that you got to remember, in some parts of Atlanta is very conservative.
Right, absolutely.
And other parts is very liberal.
Absolutely.
And so that conservative side was saying, hold on, let's pump our brakes. Let's look at this. Let's talk about this. But what I've noticed about some folks in Atlanta, there's not a lot of collaboration. There's a lot of singleness.
Yeah.
May I bring it around to to Target
Yes, please.
and Jamal Bryant. Now, let me say this. I'm going to say this at the top. So those of you who might not know, Jamal Bryant, the Pastor Jamal Bryant, has declared basically Target fast over, right? And there are others now going deep in saying you can't operate by yourself. You don't get to make that decision. Now, you want to give us the history on that, which I know, but you sent me the clip. But.
So I saw it. I saw him tease it the day before, and he announced that there was going to be a press conference to give everyone an update.
Okay.
He does the update with the organizers, and again, here's where
who are the organizers? Because I want to know which ones are having a fit right
now. So he did the press conference with like Tamika Mallory, Senator Daltrey, and I believe a couple others. So I think where people are confusing, he's saying his boycott was called the Target Fast because it was originally tied to fasting for 40 days during Lent last year. So that's why he said the Target fast in his mind is over and successful. At the end of his presser and the clip that is going viral, he said, you can make the decision whether you go back or not. But as far as my Target fast, we're claiming victory.
So I get it, hear it. I think that's why it's always good to have, on a national situation, national organizations participate. Because this is what happens, and it's unfortunate. I want to give big ups to Jamal Bryant.
Absolutely.
For being involved. Because I know it personally.
Yes, you do.
No matter what you do.
No matter what.
Somebody is not going to agree. And where I give him kudos is whether people like it or not, he was the front of that movement.
Absolutely.
I didn't do it. Bishop Morton didn't do it.
Jakes, nobody.
Nobody. And I'm not on their platform, on their level. But at the end of the day, he did step forward. I stayed out, as I know a lot of people did. Target's numbers went way down. Sooner or later, the fast was going to be over.
It had to.
I think when you have different people taking credit for the same thing, because at the same time, many voices were being talked to. So I think what's different back in the day of like a Jesse Jackson, Dr. King, is that there was a recognized national effort that even Dr. King left the National Baptists because they didn't agree.
Right.
But there was a large enough swell that when decisions were made, I'll give you an example. What I participated in, Forsyth County, Georgia.
Right.
When they beat a guy because he wanted to do the King holiday. But it was all of these organizations coming together so that we knew where we were going, what time to be there. The buses were ready to take us into Forsyth County, Georgia, which doesn't look anything like it did when I was 20-something years old. There wasn't a black person living in the entire county of Forsyth County. But it was organized at such a high level that everybody was able to look up and see the instructions.
Right.
I think what has happened now in our culture is that often it's the same thing when a lot of people start businesses. They're like, I'm just going to start this on my own. Me and my wife, me and my husband, me and my whatever. And then as the business grows, it kind of collapses if everybody's not brought in or other people are not brought in, Or the same thing with churches.
Churches, yep.
Churches become about the pastor often, and then other people who want to be brought in are not brought in, and other people who need to be brought in are not brought in, and then it collapses under its own weight. And so my fear, I'm going to tell you my fear. My fear is I think that they did a tremendous job with Target.
Yep.
I really, really do. And I know there are people who are saying we didn't get everything and that it shouldn't, and that's kind of the argument. We didn't get everything yet. They're still not going to do diversity and inclusion.
Well, and I think
at the level that's
and I think to his point where he said, and he, again, if you watch the presser, it's different than the full clip. In the presser, he said it is, and he used the word reimagine DEI, which for a lot of people, a lot of corporations got rid of the term DEI, but still have the programming. It's just called something else. And I learned that from my sister. Corporations just changed the name so that they didn't get attacked by still saying DEI, but there's still a lot of that programming. And so what the programming Target did was, I think they just changed the name to something called The Belonging, which was a pathway for minorities to get into leadership in Target. He also said the Target board is now 13% minority, which it was a tremendous increase from where it was. So again, and he also said, I'm just giving you the headlines. I'm leaving it for Target to make the detailed announcement. So I think, like you said, we're lost in the messaging.
Absolutely.
And we're lost because you may have your own feelings about Pastor Jamal Bryant, and you brought up Dr. King. Dr. King didn't start the Montgomery bus boycott.
Absolutely not.
He came in to be like, hey, this is something I can go fight.
Absolutely. Veronica Ivy says on Facebook, very interesting. She said, he explained things clear. People are complaining because they want to complain. Felicia Stanley says he ended the fast that he announced, but there was a nationwide boycott that he was not the face of. That's where people are getting tripped up. And that's where I think that there should be conversation, even from the folks who are doing the boycott, because I think now, especially black people, we confused.
Yeah.
So the fast is over. Is the boycott over?
Well, that's the thing. I think people did more of the fast, and they really didn't lock in to the boycott initially, because and I said this yesterday, and I know I might take a lot of heat for it publicly. Even during this boycott and fast, and we could talk about it was women who started it. The black people I know that was still shopping in Target were all women, all black women. I didn't know. I'd never really seen black men.
I ain't saying nothing.
I'll take the heat, but the ones I know.
Did you go in there? You saw?
No, because I'd be like, oh yeah, I just left Target. Then I talk to you. You got Target bags, and I'm like, you went to Target? I just couldn't stay out. But I'd never heard any of the black men I've talked to of these 400 days. None of the black men I know.
Do black men go into Target? I'm a Walmart.
Some do.
What is
some
it?
do.
Yeah, Walmart.
Well, if I can't find it at Walmart now, it's Amazon. So
I'm not gonna say I haven't been in Target. It's not my favorite place.
Right.
Veronica Ivy. I mean, they on it on these comments today. The three originators of the boycott were three ladies from Minnesota, but he brought the attention to it. Really, he brought awareness about Target not being on HBCU campuses and brought action with their revenue and stock. Thank you. Their stock dropping. Veronica Bell says drop love kings and queens. Felicia Stanley says the boycott is not over.
I don't think most people were doing the boycott, but that's just me.
So I did it. I wasn't there. I mean, I didn't do the fast. I just didn't go. Right. I didn't classify it like I'm not going to, I'm fasting, but I'm not boycotting. We're about to get lost in the sauce again. And at the end of the day, we hit them where it matters. And that's where I like to keep it.
And I think the piece to it is, well, what is the boycott asking for? And that's because at least the Target fast, we had 4 targets. We knew we came in with a goal. This is what we want you to do. And Jamal Bryant got 3. And he even said, we're still working on the 4th one. And the fact that $2 billion, and he said at the press conference, they're at a 90% goal, and by Easter they'll be at the $2 billion. And then everybody was like, well, where is the money? Target's supposed to announce that. $100 million to HBCUs. Then I saw a comment. Well, why wasn't it all HBCUs? Again, he says the $100 million went to HBCUs that already had a business program that Target can partner with.
Okay.
So then it was an additional $10 million to a specific HBCU that was at a design school in Detroit. Again, that was specific because of the effort. And I think the target 3 was the DEI, which was the belonging program, and then
Right.
4 is the working with black banks. And he said because we had to identify black banks that can handle a corporation's accounts. So he said we're still working to negotiate that. And I get it. Like I said, that's the Target Fast goals. If the boycott has goals, then what are they? Because I'll be honest, I don't know, and I don't think we talked about it on the show. But then, what are you doing to achieve those goals? Is it just an endless boycott that has no accomplishment on the other side of it?
Yeah, this is again where we get lost in the sauce, and then don't
Get anything.
and then other corporations are going to watch, and that's why I've chosen the path to say great job
Everybody.
to the fast, great job to the boycott, great job to the Mark said the men who stand out of time. Darius didn't say
Hey,
that.
listen, like I said, I'm not saying everyone. I'm just saying the demographic of people that I know and talk to that have still shopped at Target have been black women.
Have been black women. Oh boy, they gonna get. I'm just gonna move over here for the shots when they get fired.
Yeah, that's all right.
So I looked up the. Oh no, that's a different boycott.
See,
Hold on. So there are several boycotts. Okay. Oh no, this one was in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
There was a boycott by the LGBTQ plus community.
Okay.
And then DEI supporter, civil rights led boycott, reverse Target's rollback. When you look this up from PBS, from News Yahoo, from different places, they're just as confused.
Right.
Wall Street Journal, it says they want to reverse the rollback of DEI,
Right.
make Target keep or fulfill earlier pledge for black-owned businesses and communities after murder of George Floyd, push Target to deposit hundreds of millions into black-owned banks. Leaders of this newer boycott have said it will be indefinite unless Target reverses its DEI pullbacks and lives up to racial equity pledges. Now, I'm going to say this. When we boycotted the Walden Galleria here in Buffalo, even after it was over, I still didn't go in the Galleria for a decade.
Right.
I just couldn't. It was like, I still can't give you my money.
Right.
And I'm not going to say, in case somebody see me in Target next week, that I'm boycotting. I appreciated what we did. I think a lot was accomplished. And at the end of the day, it's always easy to be an armchair quarterback.
Absolutely.
Always easy to be a Monday morning, we should have did this, that should have been happening. But I am patting on the back the people who did something.
And at the end of the day, you have a revamped board and you have a completely new CEO. At whatever part of the boycott fast, whatever you did, coming together still showed that it worked. We got rid of a CEO. We dropped almost $50 on their stock prices. And all they said is, we're not going into another Easter without black folk. That's what they said.
They said black people going to buy these dresses. And they're going to buy these patent leather shoes. And they're going to buy these barrettes. And if you go to True Bethel, they're going to buy these white tees.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We are not doing another Easter without black folks.
So yeah, I'm going to leave it with this, that I just think that sometimes, like I think Veronica Ivy or somebody said, we like to complain.
Yep.
We don't want to get behind anybody or with anybody because it's you are more seen if you're on the side.
Yep.
Causing a scene.
Mm-hmm.
And that's unfortunate. It is what it is. But what we did, I do believe, is a part of our culture.
And I think our line that you taught me, and I still say, and I know you say it all the time, even whether you're on fast, or any of the boycotts, at the end of the day, did we get what we want?
That's what my mother said.
We get what we
That's
want.
what my mother said when I was complaining about something after I got my way. And she said, wait a minute, I got a question. Did you get what you wanted? And I think we didn't get everything, but we got most of it, and we got attention. And I think other businesses pay attention.
Yep.
So congratulations to the women who started it, to Jamal Bryant, who may have had a different take, and to everybody who stayed out of Target.
Absolutely.
That's it. When we come back, I'm going to talk about local racism and something I experienced yesterday. And I did, just for clarity, invite the person onto the show. And they told me, basically, some of us have to work. Okay, because what we do is not work. I'm going to tell it, and I usually don't, but I'm going to tell it because silence is agreement, and I'm not agreeing anymore.
When it comes to something as personal as your clothes, you need to deal with somebody you can trust. That's why so many people turn to Hobson's Dry Cleaning, conveniently located in the heart of the community at 874 East Delavan at the corner of Wyoming.
When you take your clothes to Hobson's, you can trust that they'll be ready on time.
You can trust that your whites will be white.
You can trust that you'll always get a fair price and service with a smile.
You can even trust that you won't have to get out of your car if you don't want to. Hobson's has a drive-through window for your convenience.
Trust is what it's all about at Hobson's Dry Cleaning.
Hobson's Dry Cleaning, your one-stop dry cleaners serving the community for over 30 years at 874 East Delavan at the corner of Wyoming. Call 891-8298. That's 891-8298.
Brian K. Lewis Funeral Home has 3 locations to serve you in Buffalo: 347 Peckham, 2258 Bailey Avenue, and Providence Memorial Chapel at 1275 Sycamore. Brian K. Lewis Funeral Homes offers traditional services, and they have services for all faiths. And at Brian K. Lewis Funeral Homes, they have air-conditioned parlors and chapels. Financing is available, as is limousine service. At those difficult moments in your life, Brian K. Lewis Funeral Homes is available where you are with counseling services. Call toll-free 877-885-7734. That's 877-885-7734. Or locally, 845-5545. Brian K. Lewis Funeral Homes. We are here to serve you, here to serve this present age. Call today, toll-free, 877-885-7734. Or email info@brianklewisfuneralhome.com.
Thank you to Hobson's, the Dr. Dry Cleaner here in the Buffalo area, and Brian K. Lewis Funeral Home. 3 locations to save. I was about to say 3 locations to save you. 3 locations. You can get saved though.
Yeah.
But to serve you in your time of
his
need.
business would close down if he saved you.
Yeah. Nah. Thank you, Brian. We appreciate you so much. All right. So I'm pulling out my computer because I want to be clear, and I think that it has been deleted. So yesterday I'm doing these illustrations, and I do a lot of illustrations. One of the illustrations was with a baby bottle. Mm-hmm. I ask, because we have a few hundred people that come to Bible say, if anybody got a baby bottle, bring a baby bottle.
Right.
And everybody was, joking, and we were having a good time. And then this person, and I'm going to see if she took it down, I don't come for nobody.
Right.
I'm the guy who trying to make – I'm the guy who loves Republicans, loves Democrats, loves liberals, conservatives. I don't care.
Right,
I think everybody has a right to be on whatever side of the aisle, right? Mm-hmm. So I look, and like I said, I wouldn't normally address this, but some of these folk out here are getting bold.
Yeah.
They are really getting bold, and they are so bold that they think that they can come for you when you don't come for them. Okay, her name or his name is Sean, Lembke. And when I say, hey, can you bring about it? She says, go buy your own rich preacher. Now, last night she did reach out to me because I went to her page. And on her page is the memorial for Charlie Kirk, who was a minister of some type, right?
Yeah.
Much respect to his family.
Right.
Let me tell you this. I'm not disrespecting the dead. You're not going to get me to do that. But I didn't hear her. I'm sure he had much more money than Darius G. Pridgen.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's not a problem.
Full foundation.
There was also, oh, no, it's still up. There is also a video on this woman's page of a black woman talking to an ape. And the ape, matter of fact, let me get ready to cue it up. It is, what you're about to hear is a black woman, obviously AI, talking to an ape about her feelings and what the response of this ape to the black woman. And this is on her page. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. I invited her to be a guest on the show, and I would have treated her with the utmost respect. This is going to loop, so I'm going to try to catch it at the beginning. Let's go.
I hate when a white man says something that reminds me he's white. Honestly, just can't stand these people.
Like what? That he has a father.
I'm going to play it one more time.
A white man says something that reminds me he's white. Honestly, just can't stand these people.
Like what? That he has a father.
Now, she contacts me last night through social media and basically says to me, let me see if she put it on her page. Basically says, oh, this got a lot of comments now. Oh, no, that must be the original page. Basically, I say not funny. She says, neither is what you have done to the city of Buffalo. Don't come on my page. But I didn't come on your page, ma'am.
You came on
You
mine.
felt emboldened to come over to me, who I don't mess with. I'm not messing with you. And she says something about, that it was that I didn't know what I was talking about. It wasn't her that reposted it. It was put on her page. That sounds like the president of the United States who says, oh, yeah, I didn't repost it. Somebody put it on my page. Oh, yeah, that wasn't me. It's on your page.
Right.
And for you who is supposed to be, now this is what infuriated me, because people do silly stuff all the time. I would not have said anything except for the fact that on her page, she claims to be the vice president of the CCNYS. She went to school in Medina, New York. Now, CCNYS is the Constitutional Coalition of New York. She claims to be the vice president of that. That gives me concern that you, who claim to be the vice president of the Constitutional Coalition of New York, felt empowered enough to come over. I was asking somebody to bring a baby bottle. I'm not an elected official. When I was elected official, come for me with politics.
Yep.
I'm not. So leave me alone, because at this stage in the game, you all who think that you are superior to people of color, you done got it twisted.
Yep.
If you thought you were coming over to a page and because I'm a preacher, wait a minute, so you called me a rich pastor, and I said this last night in Bible study loud and clear, and it wasn't in my notes. At the end of the day, you worried about how much money I have, but you're supporting a president. You're worried about me asking for a baby bottle when your president is taking food out of babies' mouths. You're worried about me and how much money I have, but you're not worried about your first lady and how she just made money off of a flop movie. You're worried about me and what I have and what we're doing over here, and you counting my coins, but you're not counting the coins of the TSA workers that are not being paid right now. You're over here and you're worried about my life and about what I'm asking for and about what I ought to go out and buy, when now people with babies are being cut from food stamps. You better get out of here. You better go have a seat. And yes, you have that on your page. And yes, you knew it was on your page, and you still haven't taken it down. So if they come for you, they come for you. But what you're not going to do, and any other racist out there who thinks you're going to come after me, after I'm not coming after you, if I come after you, it's fair ground. I can take a lot. But what I cannot take is somebody who does not support our community. I looked at your page, dear heart, somebody, or sir, whatever you are. I'm not going to take somebody who does not a daggone thing. And you better be glad I'm on this radio show and the FCC has regulations. And yes, I mean it, because at the end of the day, one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to sit back when we got DEI problems, when we got racism problems, when we got white supremacy problems. You came for the wrong one, and I'm not letting it go. So I'm done with that.
Well said. And the sad thing is, social media has become the 21st century KKK. The social media has become the 21st century I can be racist, I can be abusive,
Yes.
and just put on a mask.
Yes.
So now I can create an account, I can fake an email, I can put up just an image and a graphic, and then I can go troll,
Yep.
and I can go do and say whatever I want. You can call it Russian bots, you can call it foreign country bots, but there's people right here in this country that believe everything that's been spewed. And the sad thing is, and again, because of this research and class I'm in, racism, and somebody I think on one of the platforms we're streaming on said it's a spirit. I agree it's a spirit, but it was a spirit that was introduced. Racism didn't include biological features until the mid 1800s in the Webster's dictionaries. Before that, race was just classified as difference in culture.
Yeah.
But when the dominant group in this world decided we need to create a system to make people feel inferior, a system to keep people feeling like you are less than the fairer hue, now we created this system and this ploy called race, and then you get into your institutional racism, you get into your systematic racism, you get into, and I think the saddest thing and the thing that probably hurts all of us, so when you out in public and you show it, all power to you.
I can do it.
I can deal with you then.
Yes.
It's the illicit biases. It's the hidden biases. It's the you smile in my face, but then you go in a boardroom and you create different policies.
Yes.
When you go to the Oval Office in 1600 Pennsylvania after you campaigned and had all of these colored people that sold out and supported you, and then some of those same ones got family members deported. Some of those same ones aren't invited to when you have governors and elected officials to the White House.
Yep.
And those same ones are now, and I'm trying to be respectful to them because some of them are elected. And now those same ones have got to be on the outside looking in while policies are being drafted. Those are the people I have the issue with.
Katrina Martin Bordeaux says they are an official. Give me a little bit more in my ear. I think that's right. They are an official racist organization. They always have blocked most of them. That's good. Blocked most of them. Now, thank you, Katrina. If I look this up and find out, let me see. I do have one mutual friend, and I know I'm going to see her next week at an event that I host. But I'm going to unfriend her too. I'm going to block this woman, but I kind of don't want to block. Would you block it or not block it? I kind of want to let her keep going so that people, but then it's going to take attention from the points I need to make.
You talking about block the person that made the comment?
Yeah.
I would definitely block them because it's pointless. And honestly, for me, I always say, and we talk about this for the own peace of not only you but those who actually subscribe to your page for information and content, it's not worth it.
I'm so torn because I'm looking up Constitutional Coalition of New York State. So I'm torn because I kind of want people to know that there are people out there like this.
Hold on, because Nancy, I don't know who you are, but there's not falsehoods here. These are facts.
What's falsehood?
These are facts.
Is somebody on here? Come on.
And
you got the right one today,
and
Nancy.
The fact that we're not inciting violence. Your GOP, your MAGA president incites violence.
Go ahead. Let me hand you the ball. Wait a minute, everybody, because everybody doesn't know. On Facebook, Nancy Nadil says so many falsehoods here, inciting violence as a pastor. Wow. Go ahead, because I already have my run. Go ahead.
We have a whole cabinet in D.C. that's inciting violence. This president that said he was not going to put us in unnecessary wars has us in so many random wars, to the point that even his MAGA supporters are leaving him one by one, including Joe Rogan. And the fact that you talk about inciting violence when you have white preachers that are preaching against color. Come on now. You can call this nationalized Christianity that is becoming in some of these white churches that even have black members, and black members have to sit there and just deal with it. Stop.
Nancy, you came on the wrong radio show. You came on at a pivotal time in American history. First of all, let me say this. Never, ever did I say anything about violence. Never, ever. Matter of fact, people came on my line yesterday saying, can we get her? And they know that that's not how I operate. I am the one. Unfortunately, Nancy, you don't know me, obviously, because I'm the one that's always seeking peace. I'm the one always trying to bring it together. So at the end of the day, you tell me what's false, because go over to her page, Nancy. You're talking about a preacher inciting violence when your president, shall we go back, incites it. When your president, who had just put together a peace board,
she said
started war.
She says she's the president of the said organization.
Everybody meet Nancy, who's the president. Nancy, I would love to invite you on. Come on now, Nancy.
She said,
if you're going to bring it.
She said hold on. So she said earlier she messaged you, and she said she would love to have a conversation.
Oh, Nancy, you are officially invited to next week's show. I don't see. Now, Mark, we can all go through the messages. I got a lot of messages. I don't see a message. Oh, yes, I do. Come on now, 11 minutes ago. Come on, Nancy. Come on, Nancy. Nancy, hi, do you take phone calls? I'll bring her on the show right now. You want to bring her on the show right now?
Let's see. She said we can deflect and bring up the president. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about our backyard buffalo.
Let's do it. Does she want to come on now? What do I have? 15 minutes.
Nancy, if you're available, I'll message you and so you can call in.
Call her right now. Let's call her right now.
Hold on, let me
and all this about to get juicy. Because I love, if you the president, ma'am, I want you to come on. This ain't deflecting. That's what you all say, deflecting, when somebody stands up. And I want you to remember, Nancy, I did not come for you. You came. Your vice president came. So come on and tell us what your organization is about and why you think it's okay. Because what I'm reading is that your organization's political advocacy coalition branded around, quote, constitutional, end quote, themes in New York State. It produces online content, coalition radio. I'm sure you'll talk about me on your show, and I don't give a daggone. Their social media posts focus heavily on New York political issues. For example, criticism of Kathy Hochul. That's fine. That's fine. At the end of the day, your vice president has on her page a black woman talking to an ape and them joking basically about black children being fatherless. So if you want to talk about deflecting, I'm bringing you on the show, dear heart. If you ask for some, So at the end of the day, the key leaders and the constitutional coalition, but we're not having it. We tired. We are tired, Nancy. We are tired of being the kumbaya and and I'm still gonna be that. Ain't nobody cited violence. Are you serious? Show me. Did you get her? Oh, please. So anyway, folks, I'm reading the comments. Let's go on next week. Okay, she said let's go on next week. We got a number for her? I just sent her the caller number. Okay, so if she calls in, she calls in. But Nancy, I want you to know something about Darius. I don't incite violence. I'm the peacemaker. I've been the peacemaker in this community. I've always tried to bring people together. Still going to do it. But what we're not going to be silent about is people who come for people who did not come for them and people who have racist propaganda on their page and say that they represent an organization rooted around the Constitution of the United States. And if that's true, the good thing about this is that the Constitution offers free speech. Your person gets to speak about it. I get to speak about it. The people on Facebook are speaking about it, and I'm sure your audience will speak about it. My only point was, why am I considered the rich one when you all have much more money than I will ever have in my life? Is it because why? Because I pay my bills? Is it because I've worked since I was 13 years old? If that's the reason you call me rich, I think that's supposed to be the American dream. That's what I thought, that the American dream was that we would live in peace, that we'd be able to have some slice of wealth. I didn't notice in searching your vice president anywhere where she said the same thing to any pastor who was not of color. I'll wait because we're going to call it out, but I will. She said she would call. I want her to call now, but if she doesn't, you sent her the number, right? So I want you to know you are welcome. Welcome to this place. Welcome. Because we try. I'm the Martin Luther King, not the Malcolm X. So stop it. That's all I got to say. You just don't like that. They got called out. You just don't like it. So you call it deflecting. When it's not deflecting, it's all facts. All right, we'll see if she calls. What was my and I still love everybody. I love you, Nancy. Now I'm gonna block you sooner or later because after a while oh yeah, I'm gonna block you sooner or later because I'm looking at your page. Oh my gosh. If you just go to her page, you'll understand. You'll understand it better by and by. Juliana for governor 2022. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot to unpack here. I probably am not even going to spend another portion with this foolishness. Uh-oh.
No, we
might have it. You're on there.
Hi, this is Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. Welcome to the show.
I'm really sorry. I know you only have like 9 minutes, right?
Yeah, but we can have you on for a full half hour next week. But if you wanted to just dispel,
Let's do it. Let's do it next week. Let's just have a conversation. I'm not interested in starting a war. I just like to clear some things up and hear your side, and would like to know if you'd like to hear my side.
Nancy, this is who I am. I definitely want to hear your side, and I love peace. I don't like war. I am a person of peace. I don't start fights.
And I hear you say that, but I also heard you say if they come for you, they come for you.
That didn't mean physically. Maybe you don't know our culture. You don't know our culture.
Okay.
So that meant if these people start commenting, that's what they're going to do. At the end of the day, I want you to know Darius Pridgen, and I'm glad you brought that up. And I would love to have a respectful conversation, you and I, next week.
I would love that.
Let's do it, Nancy. I'm gonna give you a big up. Let me give you your props, okay? You were bold enough, not bold enough, but you standing on 10. And I appreciate that. And that's the kind of conversations I want to have, Nancy, because I think somewhere in between here, we're gonna find out we have some things in common that we both should be fighting for.
We definitely do. I know you very well, not personally, your public persona. I have come for you in the past. You have blocked me on my main account, so I had to go to a different account to message you, but I appreciate the opportunity next week. I think it'll be good.
All right, let's talk next week. Thanks, Nancy.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm let me tell you this. I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
She said I blocked her on her main account. I will block you.
It's a block party.
I will block you because I got to protect my peace.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to always so I'm going to probably drop a pin right there because she called.
Yep.
And I appreciate that. And I think that people who know Darius Pridgen, and I'm glad she brought up, when I say if they come for you, I never mean violence.
No.
I preach against violence. And I don't want anything. I'm talking about people will come for you. And she just admitted she's come for me.
And I think, and like you said, it is about having a conversation. And we just talked about last week bringing balance back to the country, and we can disagree on ideology, we can disagree on what it takes to get certain things accomplished, but I think we all believe in education, we all believe in economics, we all believe, and we all have core principles that we believe in, and all we've ever asked is one, a fair shot at the apple, because again, in the Constitution, that all men are created equal.
Absolutely.
And all we ask for is all men to be treated equal, all men to have equal opportunities. And if we can do that, and like I said, the more partisan Republicans that can get in the room, or partisan conservatives, partisan whatever you are, and the liberals, and people can say what they want about Joe Biden, but the reason why Joe Biden had a shot back at the apple was because he was known in the Senate for working with both sides of the aisle.
Absolutely.
So whenever we have a country that can work both sides of the aisle, we get more done, because we see it now where the GOP, the alleged Republicans have the full shebang, and we still aren't getting anything done on time. So we just need to get in rooms, have conversations, and if this can lead to a more promising conversation, I'm, like you said, I'm all for it.
Absolutely. Somebody says Nicholas order, and I ain't gonna keep giving y'all airtime. You blocked her on your main page because you don't like different opinions. No, sir. I blocked her because it's my page. It is not a public official page. And although I may be a public figure, I don't have to listen to anybody coming at me. I don't have to listen to you, Sir Nicholas. And I won't be after this, because I'm going to block your tail too.
We have 5 before you ask. We have 5 minutes left.
Oh gosh. Listen, folks, your peace is all. If you don't guard your peace, that's on you.
Yep.
We have often had people on this show and listen to them differ, and I had a whole panel of people that I might not agree with, but I didn't bring them on. Just like when Nancy comes on, we're gonna have a conversation about. I want to have about policy, about anything like that. I'm not gonna attack Nancy. I'm not going over to Nancy's page tonight, and I'm not gonna create a page so that I can go after Nancy or Nick. I'm not. It's not going to happen, because at the end of the day, I'm going to say it again. I want a country of peace. I want a city. Let's bring it to Western New York. I want a city of peace. And I think we should be able to differ. But if I come to your page and I come for you, and then she said she came for me. Let's be honest, Nick. She just admitted, I came for you. You blocked me. Okay, that's my option. Like everybody else in the United States. So I don't have to leave up a comment or leave a person that give the person ability to keep coming for me. And remember, this all got started because I asked for somebody to bring me a bottle.
A baby bottle.
This wasn't about policy. This wasn't about rights.
No.
This wasn't about diversity. It was a Bible study, God study, that I just needed a problem.
Yep.
That's all. Let's be honest.
And
I ain't been in the political world. I haven't been. I mean, I'm not going to say I've been around political stuff. I'm not an elected official by my choice.
Yep.
That's all. Go ahead, Marcus.
And I was just getting ready to say, and you even, it sometimes, and I said this about a month ago when I realized it, people really don't read on social media. Because even in your post, you said, can someone bring me a bottle? Because I basically don't have time to stop at the store.
That's all.
It wasn't that. No. Can you buy a bottle? Yes. Can I buy you a bottle? Yes. Can we buy you? Yes. Yes.
At $3.
God has blessed us enough to be able to buy a baby bottle. But do I have time to, while I'm preparing for Bible study or God study, to get there? No. So I asked a favor.
And I asked a favor from my church family. By the way, I did not ask a favor from Medina, New York. I did not ask a favor from the masses.
No.
At the end of the day, I asked a favor from the church that I pastor, the people that I love, to bring a bottle. And it went to all of this.
All of this.
And I'm going to give it up. I wish I had an applause. I'm going to give it up for Nancy because she called in.
Yep.
She was respectful. I was respectful to her. And anybody else in between there, I don't care. Bye, Nick, because we're going to make sure you're good and blocked. Matter of fact, let's block up Nick right now. Let's just get rid of Nick so that people understand that I get to guard my peace, and you're not going to just come at me. It's like you just come punching me in the face, and I'm supposed to go, God bless you. The Bible says give you the other cheek, so I'm going to give you the other cheek.
And also
says, I have.
It also says mark and avoid those.
It says mark and avoid it. Come on.
Who cause division.
Causing division.
So
this is why we blocked some people, because we didn't ask you and we didn't come for you. Anyway, it's been a great show. It is snowing in Buffalo. and warmer in Atlanta, but even the South Florida is about to get a little cold spell. This temperature and this up and down, I don't know. It's doing something to the masses. I think I'm out of town. Out of time.
You got about 2 minutes.
I got okay. My stuff is fast over here. I don't know. I don't want them to boot us off. I got 12:59.
We good. You know, because you remember when we used to keep going on the stream and just tell the radio, hey, whenever you done with us, kick it off. So I think one of the shows recently was like that. We were off the radio, but I think we streamed
still going.
We still streamed for a couple minutes.
Well, we'll let it go. I got to get over to Roswell. Until next week, power to the people.